Money in the Bank was one of the biggest shows of the year. With 2 ladder matches slated, superstars had the opportunity to change their fortune. Anyone winning the briefcase would be able to challenge the champion of their choice at any time. A lot happened, and there's a lot to catch up on. This is Wrestling Hub, and here's a look at the report from WWE Money in the Bank. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Hub Official and follow us on Twitter at Wrestling_Hub. The match started hard and fast, with Asuka taking the advantage quickly, dropping Lacey Evans and Becky Lynch. However, Raquel Rodriguez came in and was the one with the advantage. She hit her opponents with the double suplex. Shotzi took out Alexa Bliss, and then she worked together with Lacey Evans and Asuka to send Raquel into the corner. Lacey Evans, Asuka, and Liv were all dropped onto the ladder, pinning Raquel in the corner, but Becky Lynch hit them all with the splash. Alexa took out all the opponents with a spinning dive from the top rope. Lacey, Raquel, and Liv were all at the top of the ladder fighting for the Money in the Bank briefcase. The Liv powerbombed Lacey off it. Shotzi stopped Raquel and hung her upside down from the ladder. Bliss tried to climb the ladder, but Shotzi powerbombed her against it. The ladder bent out of place. Shotzi appeared to be the dynamo of the match, taking out everyone trying to win. Shotzi looked to hit Becky with a dive, but missed and fell on the ladder. Asuka took out Becky with a kick, but Rodriguez stopped her from winning the match and dragged her to the outside. She set up the commentary table on the outside and placed a ladder between the table and the ring. Asuka was set up on the ladder, and Becky hit her with a leg drop from the top rope on it. Lynch threw everyone down from the top of the ladders onto the 2 sides of the ring. She tried to throw Liv down from the top of the ladder as well, but she bounced back from the ropes and threw Becky down. Liv then unclipped the briefcase and won, as Liv Morgan is now Miss Money in the Bank. Theory was run into the side of the ring by Lashley, who threw him around as if he was nothing. Unfortunately, when he tried to run him into the ring post, Theory caught himself and sent Lashley in instead. Theory continued to attack Lashley and get the advantage through cheap shots. Theory ran into Lashley from the ring, and Lashley caught him but fell. He got back up and then ran him into the ring post head first. Theory got back the advantage and continued to beat up Lashley, putting him in the headlock. Lashley came back and started to hit Theory with suplexes. He was in control, but Theory came back with a rolling dropkick. It was a near fall and the champion nearly retained. Theory hit Lashley with a spear in the middle of the ring, and it looked like it was over. He went for the A-Town down, Lashley slipped out and went for the Hurt Lock. That was it. Bobby Lashley defeated Theory to become the new US champion. Carmella looked to dominate the match again and again, going around Belair's power and speed, using cheap shots and moves that were almost on the wrong side of illegal. The referee allowed them as she skated the border, and Carmella locked in the submission move on her opponent. Belair got out of her submission and then went to take down Carmella. She took her out with a tackle on the outside. Belair went on to attack Carmella and beat her down. Carmella escaped the power slam, but Belair came back and hit a delayed vertical suplex. Carmella sidestepped Belair's charge in the corner, and it was clear that she was hoping to get the win from that moment. She hit Belair with the super kick and got a near fall. She mocked Bianca, wasting her chance. The champion came back into the match and hit her with the KOD, as Bianca Belair defeats Carmella to retain her title. Unfortunately for Belair, before she could return to the locker room, she was attacked by an infuriated Carmella. She beat her down from behind and destroyed her, clearly indicating the feud is not done. The Street Profits were teasing a split between themselves as they headed into the match against the Usos. Jey Uso was dominating with Dawkins isolated in their corner. The Usos were utterly dominant in the match, as even Montez was beaten down, and it didn't look like there would be any chance for the Profits to get back into it. Ford fought back and beat down both Usos, but he was shut down again. The Usos looked like they were a different team, and on another level. However, the Profits started to get back into it. Dawkins and Montez started to work together, and they bounced Jimmy off of Dawkins into an alley-oop style drop. Dawkins and Ford hit the blockbuster on Jey, but Jey still kicked out. The Usos attempted to double team Ford, but Ford hit the Hurricane Rana and sent Jimmy out of the ring, and then flipped Jey out of the ring over his shoulder. He then hit a huge planche over the top rope in the corner on Jey and Jimmy. He shook the camera, hyped up, and hit the splash on Jey. Jimmy broke the pin up, and the match continued. The Usos Usos tried to sucker in Ford and Dawkins by offering a handshake, and that ended in a brawl. The Usos tricked Ford into a 1D, and that was it. The Usos defeat the Street Profits to retain their titles. After the match, the replay showed that Ford's shoulder was up during the pinfall. The Profits were understandably angry and argued with the ref, but the Usos had already run to the back, and the match was not restarted. A vignette played that seemed to be supernatural in nature. It had a gold medal, a Texas license plate saying Latino Heat, Dudley glasses, and Jeff Hardy's armbands. It looked like it was an Edge vignette as he teased a return, but the cryptic nature of the video made people speculate about Bray Wyatt. Ronda Rousey and Natalya fought as the two both tried chain wrestling. The match was grounded, and Ronda tried the ankle lock on Natalya. Natalya hit the discus clothesline and looked to pick up the win. Rousey and Natalya's matches were slow and well paced as they actually applied and sold the holds that they were applying. It was the first actual pro wrestling match of the night as they beat each other down. Ronda's knee was the target for Natty as she applied the sharpshooter. Natalya tried the sharpshooter on the apron. Rousey rolled up and sent Natalya headfirst into the ring post. Ronda Rousey locked in the triangle choke armbar, and that was it. Natalya to tap out as Ronda Rousey defeats Natalya to retain her SmackDown Women's Championship. After the match, Liv Morgan ran out with her briefcase and cashed in. She then attacked Ronda, who locked in the ankle lock. Liv got out of it and rolled her up for the win, as Liv Morgan defeated Ronda Rousey to become the new SmackDown Women's Champ. Adam Pearce announced and added Theory to the match suddenly, much to the displeasure of every other star in the bout. Omos knocked down everyone in the match, and after getting hit with a ladder, knocked down Seth and Theory. He hit Riddle with a ladder and threw it over the top rope. Omos got knocked down by McIntyre and Sheamus, and the two started to fight among themselves. McIntyre and Sheamus took turns punishing Theory with the beat to the bottom. They then started to brawl before Seth took advantage and attacked them both. Sami Zayn came into the match and looked to climb the ladder. Madcap Moss then attacked him and took him out. Sami and he battled, with Sami dropping the ladder on his opponent's back and punishing him. Madcap fought back and then sent Sami into the ladder upside down. The match continued as Sami used Madcap's back to get to the ladder, but he was not able to climb it. Sheamus went for the bro kick on Riddle, but he dodged it and did a hangman DDT from the ladder, paying homage to Randy Orton. Madcap fought and threw Omos out of the ring. McIntyre and Sheamus set up a ladder in the corner. Drew hit Sheamus with the Future Shock DDT. He then pinned Sheamus to the floor with the ladder and climbed up it and tried to get the briefcase. Butch ran out from the back and got on McIntyre's shoulders. Butch put on the sleeper, tried to get down, and Sami took advantage. He went to the top but was taken down by Madcap. Madcap got taken down, but Rollins with the stomp. Riddle hit the Super RKO from the top of the ladder onto Rollins. Riddle and Theory fought at the top of the ladder, both looking to win. Theory threw Riddle down and got the briefcase. Theory won the Money in the Bank briefcase. And this was your Money in the Bank report. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.